I'm Franklin, and what we're going to do here is have a look at the loving connections between the different astrological signs. And we'll begin with Aries. And, looking at if an Aries got together with another Aries. And we have two fire signs, each ruled by Mars, the planet of aggressive action. Together, these two can burn even more brightly together. But remember, the great potential for creativity inside of Aries comes along with double the amount of blockages. And the angry red planet can make any of us very impatient and insensitive to our partner's needs, especially our partner's sexual needs. So, relationships between these two, Aries, are likely to be the classic love-hate relationship. It flares up and then it completely dies down. And then it's anybody's guess as to what happens next. Now, if we have an Aries getting together with a Taurus, this fire sign and earth sign are so far apart that one is said to be ruled by Mars, the other by Venus. That's right, the classic male-female split. Unfortunately, opposites attract in this universe, and these two find that they have a lot in common because of how important money is to them. This relationship between an Aries and a Taurus is a sexual powder keg, just waiting for the right match to spark it. Now let's look at what happens when we get together an Aries with a Gemini. Gemini's the air sign, Aries the fire sign. These two are meant to complement each other because they know what turns the other's crank and what really starts their engine running. The problem here is that Aries and its ruler Mars are really all about self, ego, while Gemini and its ruler Mercury are all about creating circles of communication with friends and family. So the sex here is it's memorable, but this flame will flicker because these two, while they make great lovers, are lousy roommates for each other. And now, if we look at the connection between Aries and the water sign Cancer, you've got a fire sign and a water sign with Aries and Cancer. And these are both ruled by things that are so close to the Earth, Mars and our moon, they become the immovable object and the irresistible force, and they play an emotional tug-of-war game. Cancer can't help being a wet blanket on the new ideas that come from Aries, and what the fire sign does to the water sign is steam it up to the point of talking before thinking and acting before thinking. Now let's look at a combination of the fire signs Aries and Leo. Now there's a good balance here between these two, and this relationship will bring out the best in both people. The problem that will arise comes from unrealistic expectations and the failure to live up to each other's ideal. Leo loves playing the game of romance, and to Aries, playing games is just a waste of time. Now, what if we had a mix between Aries and Virgo? This relationship can be destructive to the earth sign Virgo, whose ruler Mercury moves 4 times faster than Aries ruler Mars. These two have a hard time trusting each other's intentions. But if they ever do find the path to really honest and open communication, this relationship can be mutual growth, and that leads to happiness. Now, if we have a combination between Aries and Libra, we have Venus as the evening star ruling Libra, and its polar opposite is Aries ruler Mars. These two have been fighting for control through who knows how many lifetimes. They do travel through time together, but usually as opposing forces, always trying to find love that has no strings attached. If we have a combination of Aries and Scorpio, before Pluto was discovered, Mars was thought to rule both Aries and Scorpio because these two signs have so many similarities. So a relationship between the first and the eighth houses must be based on respect for each other's differences. This is what would show up in this relationship. This can be accomplished by letting go of their old rigid ideas and allowing for growth. Now let's look at an Aries-Sagittarius combination. Mars is the angry red planet. Jupiter is the planet of ever-increasing good fortune. So this meeting of fire signs can only happen because of the spirit guides of the two. Sagittarius is the highest octave of the fire signs, and it inspires Aries to greater things, and this inspires Sagittarius to open themselves up and fully feel their emotions. These two feel that they've known each other in other lives, and they've known each other before, and they were brought together each time for a purpose, and that purpose is their mutual happiness. Now, if we have a combination of Aries and Capricorn, shared addictions and physical violence are the trademarks of this fire sign, earth sign relationship that very often leaves the scorched earth behind, and which will be filled with high insecurity and even higher sexual chemistry, with one intensifying the other. These are people who can't live without each other and can't live with each other. If we have an Aries-Aquarius mixture, when fire signs and air signs work together, they find new ways of cooperating through full and honest emotional expression. These are partners who can find the balance point between giving too much and giving too little. But when this energy is blocked by thinking too much about self and not thinking about the relationship, it falls apart. Now, if we have a pairing of Aries and the water sign Pisces, the universe is circular, and the first and the 12th houses are really backdoor neighbors. The original ruler of Pisces was Jupiter, the planet of gigantic good fortune. And in the setup of the universe, the only thing between Aries, ruler Mars, and Jupiter is the asteroid belt. This relationship learns to value both emotion and logic, and it also learns to avoid the pitfalls of conflicting ambitions between partners. When this relationship is working in the positive, both partners contribute to an overall plan. But when the negative side is being worked, it brings out stubbornness and sexual inflexibility. And that's a look at the combinations that go along with the fire sign Aries. If you like what you see here, please hit the subscribe button.